All right, so I'm just leaving the Nissan dealership lot. Check out that's the Jeep Commander. An old school Jeep Commander. Right? I'm pretty sure that is. Anyway, I pull up next to a car that I see that the rear rotors were just machined and the machine work was done shitty. What do I mean by that? I don't know if they did it with an on-the-car brake lathe or they did it on a bench lathe. I'm not sure what their practices are there. But they only machined the area where the brake pad is actually stopping. That is not the way to resurface a rotor. The rotor, okay, we'll just say this is the rotor surface. And so what if the brake pad is stopping on, I don't know, 80% of that rotor surface or 70% of that rotor surface? And the rotor has variations in thickness or warp or parallelism. That usually runs across the whole length of the disc. All right, so if you only machine down, you're only surfacing the area where the pad rides. But what you're missing is the memory of the iron in that rotor is actually down lower. So if we would have taken that brake lathe and showed you on a lathe that if you machine that down all the way down to the edge so that complete surface was clean, you would see that that would be worn. And I've done many videos showing how to resurface a rotor properly. So one, he didn't complete the surface, machine surface. He only machined enough to where the pads were touching, which sucks. Because now as that brake pad wears in, it's going to start to have like a guide on there and could cause premature noise. I'm going to tell you that the choppiness that was in the rotor surface that he tried to scuff isn't enough to make those brakes stay squeaky clean quiet. But this is just crazy. Who taught that mechanic how to do that job, cut corners, and then just roll that car out the door? Even my rotor resurfacing for wholesale accounts or other shops, I do the job 100%. That rotor gets a clean entire pass and it gets the proper sanding that it needs to go on the car. So the machine work was incomplete, was just enough for him to cut time and get through that job. And why he would machine rotors that are so thin in the back from design is even more probably because he's flat rate and they bill more for machine. I'm not really sure. I don't really know the internals of flat rate mechanics. So I know setting up an on-the-car brake lathe, doing it right and machining it properly is probably just as much time consuming as it is for you to take the rotor off and put it on a bench lathe. I don't really know. Unless they're not setting the machine up 100%, meaning dialing every ounce of run out of the rotor, because that takes a lot of time. Or the hub, sorry. Hub to rotor to surface, dialing the run out. But it's crazy, man. That customer probably paid $400 for brake pads and cut the rotors. And the rotor resurfacing was incomplete. Unbelievable. Right in your Nissan dealership. You're all like, oh, I took it to Nissan and I paid $400 for brake pads and cut the rotors. They did a shitty job. You just don't know the difference. And then when you hear tons of squeaking and squealing and vibrations, what happens when you have chatter marks in the rotor, there are peaks and valleys in the surface from improper machining. And typically it's caused by vibrations and not eliminating enough of the vibration. What happens there then is moisture gets to sit lower inside those pock marks or those chop marks, and then it causes the brake pad to make more noise as it's trying to grab those surfaces. And because it's rotating, because the rotor's rotating and the cross feed of the rotor is pulling across that pattern is almost like a track. So the brakes are trying to track on that and they move prematurely. The worse the chatter, the worse the brake pad's trying to move until they break in. Now, how long is it going to take for those rear rotors to seat in with poor machine work? Forever. That customer may experience noise the entire time to the point to where he's going to have to take it back and complain or say, well, you need new rotors. So they might be able to double dip because they can get away with it. Crazy, dude. That customer wasn't wasn't there picking up parts or looking for a new car. That was right out of the service department, freshly partially machined rotors. Crazy, man. They could have just drove down the street to any one of the shops near there and got a quality job. I don't call that quality.